Hi guys, good morning, afternoon, wherever you're at. Shauna with Infinity Readings. Sorry I didn't come in. I had every intention to come in last night, and Spirit is like, you're wiped. Give it up kind of thing, because yeah, it was a pretty intense reading for the Scorpio female. There's a lot of energy exchange there. So I had to pack her in for the night. I'm glad that I did, because I would have given a shoddy reading after that, right? So I wanted to be in peak performance here. So shifted it to today. So it's all good. You didn't want me rushing through anything and being tired and not picking up on messages. So we are today with the Scorpio male, okay? So again, my jewelry, this woman does it. She's out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I'm going to list her contact info below. She has a Facebook page. She displays all this stuff. She's very instinctive. Even if you order the exact same piece, it's going to be unique its own way. There's so much intricate wire work that she does, you can't even tell. But if you look in detail, which she does on her Facebook page, you can see she wraps every single, she's such amazing attention to detail. Like I was looking at the earrings today and I'm like, man, like they're just perfectly wound. Like she just has a knack for this, and it's huge quality stuff. Like this stuff is, I mean, it's not Tinker Toy stuff. This is good quality stuff. So check it out, because it's you know, unique gift for someone. Absolutely. And she does custom work, and if you want to match it to earrings or whatever, she can do that too. Somebody sent her a picture, I think, one time. Can you match this earring? And they had red, and then she put it, made a necklace, or opposite way, had a necklace, made earrings, and it's amazing work. So check her out. She's out of Canada. If you have any questions about shipping, she'll answer. Okay, so it's just a place I know of that you can get good stuff. So I want to pass that word around. Okay, so here we are with the Scorpio male. Evening crowd last night kind of wore me out. So I'm in here, got my new fresh energy, and we're ready to go. So here we go. So for those who are new, whatever, I go over the general energies, wide sweep, kind of like the, what do you call that? The bigger picture. And then we slowly work our way into the situation. It needs to be illuminated through their eyes, right? We need to deal with this to move forward. So it's all these things to unlock and unblock. And we're kind of focusing on the love-centered area, but we, you know, different people have different priorities, so it's morphing in that way. Scorpio, like I said, reading here yesterday for the female was quite intense, so that needed to get out. And even if it got to the one person that it needed to, I'll be happy with that. There's some form of intervention going on there. So Scorpio male, we'll see what's going on. The first card I get for him is action. Okay, so he's feeling in his mode active. He's moving and shaking. I don't know that he's getting a lot accomplished, but he's moving and acting like it. Okay. Now the next card we get is shape shifting. So shape shifting is about really a need. They know in their mind they got it, something's got to change here. So adapting that into reality. And we get the action card. So we have no, we're not going to rest here. We're taking action to change some kind of behavior, either about us or the way that we deal in life here. Something's got to change. So they're doing that. And a lot of these males are feeling that there's a change here got to make. So they're making it. Okay. Then we have perfection. So again, working on making their life the way they want it, right? Something's out of whack here, and I'm going to fix it. I'm going to take action to change what I don't like in my life, and I'm going to do it to the best degree to make me happy, I feel is the bottom line here. But, you know, charging forth nonetheless. Things are changing, and it's I feel like I get emotions and feelings, and it's hard to translate, but I get a feeling that the Scorpio male is like, yeah, I got to change things, and it may not be, the things may be changing the way I don't want them to change, but from here forward, I'm going to make it the way I want it, you know? So almost that understanding the universe, but not giving it credit. Going, I don't care what happened here. I'm going to change, and it's going to be the way I want it from now on. That's kind of the energy I'm getting. So that's the overall overall energies that this is bringing about for the Scorpio male. So we'll go in. I have 4 tarot decks that I picked from. It's kind of a greater expansion. There's a lot of double ups, and they're really, it's just like we need to emphasize this, or this is a problem, or whatever. So anyway, that's my explanation. So we'll move on here. First card we get is the 5 of Swords. So that is that struggle. So there's something here that they're in fight for, or, you know, they may have lost. I got a sense of loss here. We're losing something, and that's the change, right? So they're going, okay, it's gone. That's fine. I'm going to deal with things from here on, like almost like they're putting a wall down. Okay, from here on in, they're not really letting it affect them, which may be a good thing. As we move on here, we'll see where that sits. But putting a wall down, a barrier, going, okay, well, that's sad. Now next, right? I got to move forward here because I don't have time for this. That's what I'm getting. And we have the 8 of Wands. So there's stuff happening. I guess that's the timing, right? That's why they don't have time, is because it's fast, it's furious. You know, the 8 of Wands can be about love coming in, messages coming in, travel, going outward, you know, movement. I get a sense here that there's exactly what it was said. It's like there's a lot of stuff going on. So I don't have time to focus on too much other than the one thing that I make a priority. And I feel like that's jumping all over. So we got a lot of action going on here, literally, okay? Because that was the first card. And I feel like it's action around the Scorpio male, action with the Scorpio male he's taking, and people around him are coming at him with information and whatnot. So in one of the readings here I got, actually in my Facebook page here, we're talking about situations with work. So it may be around that. Like there's a lot of hubbub here. So the 8 of Wands is about all that energy coming forth. And it's like, holy, so much here, I can't handle it almost, but he's handling it. He's juggling it, right? The next card we get is 18, the Moon, right? So the Moon is about secrets, things that are hidden. I feel like the Scorpio here may have an underlying energy of secrecy about something. I feel it has to do with their motives forward. I feel like they're keeping their motives to themselves, why they're going after a certain thing here. There's some kind of secret, but eventually it will come out, but just not yet. Timing is an issue here, okay? And then we get the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles is an energy, and I feel like these secrets are highly effective to her. So that may be a partner that the Scorpio male is with. So the Queen of Pentacles, what energy does she carry? She carries a strong, sturdy foundation. She makes the money, she takes care of the household, and she does it all with a clean, clear head, right? She's not excessive. She's calm, cool, collected, and these are the things that she's set aside a nice home for herself. Very comfortable in it. She's laid back, and she's just not too much gets her freaked out, right? So this is an energy you may be dealing with over this time. But I feel like maybe the Scorpio male is kind of in a hectic, you know, fired up energy. But meanwhile, he's got a partner here that's got a cool head about things. It's not so excitable, okay? So that's the basic energy overall. But there's some secrets here, and I feel like they're highly influenced upon this woman. So the man is taking time to make sure that it's not taken. I'm getting a sense of not taken in the wrong way. And then after a certain point here, it's like plans are being made. And after a certain point, I feel like there'll be a relief. Longer it goes here, usually I don't get that. It's like the more it goes, the more trouble you get in. So it's obviously a beneficial secret, or they're thinking it is, right, for this person. So they're just trying to plan here, get everything locked up, and then go forward with the information to this partner or potential or solid person that they see in their life, okay? So that's the basic energies. Now, as we move forward, another tarot deck here, Dreamer's Tarot, we get into the world. So this is a completion here of projects. So the Scorpio male, right? And this is highly connected to this card, sorry. The shape shifting. Because whenever we complete a cycle, then we got to move on to something else. And that shifts the energy, right? So that's the sense I'm getting here with the world is we've completed a cycle. Something here, lesson was learned. We figured something out, epiphany, that kind of thing. So because of that, we can shift. So maybe in career, maybe in love, whatever. But there's something here that is creating a new slate, okay, to start. Oh boy, okay. Next card we get is the Seven of Swords. Now, the completion of this project has to do with some shady ideals here. Something's going on now that taints all of this energy here, okay? I felt like it was for the better good, but maybe he's thinking in his mind it's better for her not to know, so we got to watch because there's underhanded stuff going on here. The secrets and stuff that if this person knows, it's gonna, well, we'll see where it goes here. So with the moon card, it always comes out. So whatever behavior this is, it has to do with some kind of a completion that the Scorpio male went through. And they're kind of sneaking around with some kind of thing here now. This is interesting. Not good. Queen of Wands. Okay, the Queen of Wands is a fire energy. Okay, and it may not be your fire element. Like that's your Sagittarius, your Leo, and your Aries. Okay, so these are movers and shakers. Now, if we have a Queen of Pentacles and we have sneaky behavior with a Queen of Wands, that could very well symbolize the budding of a friendship outside of the relationship that is starting to blossom, bloom, whatever you want to call it. Starting to bud here. I don't get a sense of cheating per se, but I get a sense of intent forward. Okay, so this may be the secrecy. This may be the moon, the illusion that's going on here. We got somebody who feels like they're done or they've completed something in a relationship where they may be, and I'm using scenarios here that may or may not fit, okay? Just to give you an example of the energy. May be sneaking off to see someone that if the partner knew, they would not be happy, okay? Or the one that is there physically. Because there's somebody that's solid, sturdy, and grounded and likes almost a homebody, but not exclusively so. They go out and socialize. They're not a hermit. But there's someone very solid and grounded in there. And then there's someone fiery and whatever. And that's coming into the picture, okay? Oh, shit. Okay. Sorry, guys, but guess what? We have the Lovers. So this is not good. So what's happening here is we have a completion. This completion is symbolizing, okay, we have not had a transition. So we have a completion in this Scorpio male's mind of things that are ending. We have some sneaky behavior here that we're dealing with a fire sign that is not our partner. And we're doing that in a loving, sexual kind of way. So the Lovers really symbolizes to me the physical intimacy. So we may have, you know, from the get-go, physical holding hands all the way to home base here. So any of that, it's no matter, there's an intent. I'm feeling it strongly as it unfolds. And it's like, yeah, well, you can't. The Lovers, pretty obvious that they're in love. So there's something going on here where we may have been in a position where we didn't break up a relationship, or what's going on here is the person has left the relationship to do this before the relationship was dealt with. So they did this without the interaction of the partner. So it is an absolute cheating scenario, okay? So the person went out, got what he wanted, and on whatever degree, and it could be varying degrees for different people, and he did that out of his own choice, but he didn't let the partner in on the information. So that is the secrecy here of what's going on, okay? So Yeah. So that's the second level here. As we get in, I'm going to figure out, I think a lot's going to come out here. So if you're with a Scorpio male, I mean, just don't go nuts with this because it may not apply to every single situation. But if you've got an instinct here, it may go in this direction, okay? The 11, the Justice, and here we go. So if we have not taken another person's emotions into account, then this will be shown to us, right? And I feel like the Scorpio male from past readings that I've had on my Facebook page, we're just really immature with everything and thinking selfishly about things. And this was very much in the Scorpio female as well. We do not think about our effect on other people. We just take what we want and we feed that. We feed the ego, and that's what's going on here. So Justice and ego, we're going to find out what that means on a deeper level, okay? The next card we get is the 10 of Wands, and that's putting your best foot forward. So this person, it seems like, is putting on a bit of a play here. They're a bit of an actor. They're watching their step in public. But in the meantime, there's stuff going on behind the scenes, okay? So Justice is here to kind of clue into that, okay? And Six of Swords, I feel like that's the new partner. So they're just in the beginning processes here of getting canoodling, right? So this is the introduction. I like you. I want to, be with you, and I want to know more about you. There's an interest, a high interest here, and that's moving forward with that. So that's the other energy. And not only are they putting their best foot forward in public to kind of, keep this undercover, but they're putting their best foot forward for that new person, okay? And I feel like there's a huge mask here that, obviously this person is going to learn about quite quickly. Because I don't know if they do or do not know that this person is in a relationship, okay? So then that brings a whole host of things. Now the next card we get is the Tower. So we have Justice and Tower. So Justice will be done here. If we're sneaking around, we'll get exposed. There may be some shocking situation that happens because of this. They're showing me pregnancy. So if we've had some action go on here behind the scenes, there could very well be pregnancies that come from this. And that'll blow things wide open, right? It's gonna be exposed at some point, whether it's 18 years down the road or whatever, or 16 when this child, that's your father. And I get a sense here that, that I'm not too sure about the other side of the relationship. They're not giving me too much info there, but I'm feeling like some of them are getting pregnant, and it may have been a one-nighter thing, and just neither one of them expected, but nonetheless. So there's a sense of justice is going to happen here for any of this sneaking around behavior. This kind of sneaky behavior is really going to be brought out to the forefront. So in a sense, that shape-shifting energy, I think, is self-created. He's going to create some chaos for himself to get out. If he's wanting out of this relationship, it's going to happen, but not in the way he wants it, right? It's going to be in a destructive way, because that's the cycle here. He's not understanding. Again, the Scorpios are not understanding their instinct from their ego. They're listening to their ego, thinking that's instinct, and just going with it. And not even, like I said, taking a checkpoint back to figure things out. Is this my ego? What is this? Not doing that. So we have a Tower stuff coming on. It's all in the romance side of things. So where our heart is going to be, we're going to clean slate that, and the universe is going to put you where you belong, no matter where you want to be. Okay? So that's what's going on here. Something's going to be exposed in a shocking way. I feel like it's going to be an ego thing for the male as well, to learn. He thought he could get away with it. He thought he had, and I feel like the support on the other end, he thought he had the support on the other end to stay quiet, okay? But not realizing how other people could feel about things, right? So we get into the sex side here, and that's going on, okay? So the Eight of Pentacles is about the partner. We're making offers to the partner physically and they're not wanting it. Why? Because they're feeling the disconnection. And if there's no effort from the partner to make amends, then he ends up going off. And I'm not saying this is a fault thing, saying that's the perspective of the male. I'm not getting it here. I got to get it somewhere. Boom. Okay. So 14 is temperance. We got to temper that, buddy, because the universe is going. That's, you know, we have to control that. We have to learn to deal within the parameters. If we're in a relationship, we got to learn to deal with that, or we get out of it and then we deal with it out of it. This man, again, cake and eat it too guy, and he's not wanting to let go of the relationship. So he's not tempering himself either. So there's no control here. No control over any part of it. Okay. So the next card I get is 13 is the Death. So very closely related here to the Tower card when we have that sucker come out, and we have, there's the ending. So again, the ending is created in a way that I don't think he's going to be happy with, but nonetheless, he's going to get his way, but it's not going to go down the way he wants it. He's got no control here. And that's what the Tower does. It takes the control. We gave you time. We gave you space. We gave you a nudge. We gave you instinct. You did not listen. So now it goes down the way we say. Because this is not, you know, the direction we're going. It's not working. And we did. We did complete a cycle here. We learned a lesson and we went forward. And we are no longer bound. And oh man, this is tying really tightly to the reading I had in my page. Continuation of. So yeah, that's what's going on. We completed our cycle. We feel we've done all we can do, but instead of going to the partner and saying, yeah, you know what, I think we're done here. What do you think? Or at least laying that on them and giving them that idea. They're just going out and getting what they want and keeping that there, which kind of doesn't benefit. It doesn't. It will not benefit. In fact, it's to their detriment because the universe is going to punish them for that. You know, not punish, balance. It's balance, because this person's putting in work here and they're thinking that the partner's there 100% and they're not. So we got to balance that energy, and that's the Death card is the end of it. So it kind of works out, but not in the way he figures. Now, the Seven of Wands is about the predatory. So this, I feel, is it could go either way. This is the way we're dealing with the partner in a physical manner. We just want the sex and we're not diving into anything else. So that's why it's really not working here. And the partner's feeling that, but they're not acting from it either. Okay. So down the line, this is the thing. Now, this could be the other person, because once they get out of the relationship, then they're going to pray, because it's all the sex that they're after, right? That's what they're trying to feed, the ego. And we don't realize that that's fleeting. So we may have a sex addiction on the lighter end, where we have to temper things. We have to control ourselves. Like, we're not animals here. You know, even animals have a certain sense of this. And 13, you know, there's going to be some endings here and drastic changes that go on. But nonetheless, he's going to get what he wants, you know? So it seems like nothing's going to really stop him with the mentality, okay? So these are the horizontal lines here, and I'm going to go vertically. It kind of breaks things up and goes off in different directions. So yeah, the Scorpio male's going through something here. He's not seeing properly. Okay, so I take the first card of every deck or every pile, and we start off with the struggle, right? The Five of Swords. So we may have had in our relationship, we may have had some squabbling and, you know, warning signs. This is not going good, you know, but I feel there's no depth here to want to talk about it. And we may have someone here that's really wanting to end it. So they're just squabbling just to get the other person to make that decision, which is bad news. I mean, it always ends bad that way. We're trying to make the other person get mad and say, I'm done, but the other person ain't going to do that. They're not going to do that. So that plan ain't going to work for you if that's the way you're going. So we have the squabbling, we have the World. So there's a sense here that, yeah, there's nowhere to go here but arguing. because at this point I'm realizing I'm not happy. You know, kind of like the glitter's been taken out of the relationship, but the honeymoon is over and we want now to go in a different direction, but we don't know how to get out or how to deal in an adult way, in a mature way to get out of the relationship. So now we're acting immature and we're going to indulge in that, right? So yeah, and then the next card is the Justice, just saying, you know what? Whatever you do will be done to you in the same manner. So beware of this in this way. So if you're doing this and you're on the sly, come clean, let it all out on the table, deal with your crap now, and it won't be bad in the end. But if we continue this, and the more that we pull our partner with us along for the ride, meaning the more that we have this partner on the side, like we have the 3 situation, the harder it's going to be felt back on your end. Okay, so the next card we get is the 8 of Pentacles, and it's already being felt. The partner feels it, may not be talking about it, may not be discussing it, and may not even be telling you why, or you may not have an idea of why this is going on, but that's what it is. There's a disconnection. There's energetic ties between a couple. Okay, when you get in, and I give it a 3-month period. You know, introductory, and after you've decided to officially date for 3 months and you're intimate and you create those bonds after that 3-month period, man, people, and even before then, for people that are attuned, you feel when your partner is doing something behind your back. And they know, but a lot of times we slough it off. We want to believe, we don't want to and those are those red flags, like, came home from work yesterday and he was just a little bit different. Something was off. So just give me that and we'll be fine. But she's like, no more. Because she realized she's being used for that. So this is also an energy shift that's happening within her. Because when you have a partnership, they affect each other in that way. He shifts his energy to someone else. She shifts her energy. No sex from me. If you're getting it somewhere else, you ain't going to get it from me anymore. That kind of thing. So and that's all internal. That's all subconscious, but nonetheless. And then we have our mind going, oh, well, he said he was whatever, and I checked on him and he was there. And so we want to, convince ourselves back. So there's still a little bit of that might be going on or whatever. But nonetheless, justice will be served here. So this partnership is equal. So we got to watch our step, because that's the karma that we're building from this point forward, right? Okay. So that's the first rung of the first cards. Now the second rung here with the 8 of Wands. So that may be the communication with this new partner. We may be fast and furious, like, trying to squeeze things in our busy schedule. That's the sense I'm getting here now that we go with the second line. The next card is the 7 of Swords. So that is right. That's that devious behavior. That's the stuff that's really making us frantic. And how valid is that, right? Because we should have a sense of anxiety here if we're going behind the scenes, because it's not right? We just need to be above ground, but we're not. When we're with the 7 of Swords, everything's okay. I got to keep this quiet. I got to, suddenly now is a different agenda. So we're a little edgy because we got to remember our lives. We got to remember where we got to be, and we got to be there, and we're planning and scheming, right? So that's what's going on here. And the next card we get is the 10 of Wands. So that's that split. So this is what's going on. Grounded energy. What's going on? We're making plans and trying to scatter everything and fit everything in a sneaky kind of way. What's going on the surface? Well, everything's cool, man. It's all great. It's all gravy. How are you doing? I'm great. Okay. So that's that mask that's being worn by the Scorpio male. He's really trying to put on a show here because there's a lot contradicting on the ground level here. What's really going on is not what you see, okay, from the outside. And again, the partner's hip to this. They know this on a certain intuitive level. Something's off. They may not be putting it together, but they're knowing intuitively, okay? So hint, hint. And there's the Temperance to warn you, watch yourself, because you're living a double life here. And the more you go, the harder it will be to explain yourself after. So keep that in mind, which I don't think it's lost here. Again, you're thinking, I need sex, so I'm getting it. And if you're not giving it to me, I'm going somewhere else. But the rule is here, you got to let your partner know. Then they can unhinge, then it's okay. Then you go. But no, I need someone here at home base. I need my queen because she creates a great home for me and a home environment, and she's strong and sturdy and stable, all the things that I am not. So I need that, but I still want the fiery energy. And I'll tell you, a fire energy, if you're having an affair in that direction, you better watch yourself, because you're going to get burned. And I mean that literally, because these people, the fire energies, they don't think when they're mad. This one is strong and sensible. They'll think things through before they respond. But that fire energy won't. They'll just snap. And then they'll think about the consequences later. So maybe that is part of that karma situation, okay? Woo! Scorpios, man. So we're getting away with stuff here so far. The 10 of Wands is that putting on a show for everybody else, but the universe is going to watch yourself, because this is where it all starts, right? Okay. Next line. My voice is cracking here. Yeah, very interesting scenario. Now, this is over the summer, so now we get the queen, right? The home body. So we need someone to do our laundry. What do you call that? Clean our house and take care of us. Mommy, yes. And that's what he doesn't want to let go of. He doesn't want to do that for himself. He wants to be young and immature, and he needs a woman to sit there and do that. And she's doing that without knowing what's going on behind the scenes. Then we have the competitor, the Queen of Wands. And that's the one sitting there and wait. And I'm getting an essence from this card. She's kind of does know. Certain level, there's someone else here, and there's a neutral sense here. So again, we're playing with fire wands, fire energy, Aries, Scorpio, or Aries. Maybe it's an Aries and a Scorpio that we're dealing with. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. And I'll tell you, if it's a Leo, man, they ain't gonna put up with that. It wouldn't be a Leo. It'll be an Aries or a Sagittarius that you're playing with here. And these are the two women in your life, okay? One of them you are feeling more close to. I have a feeling it's this fire sign. Why? Because it's new and fresh and interesting. We haven't gone. We're still, we got sparkles in our eyes and everything. The grass is greener over there. And he hasn't quite gotten all the way over there to run around in the grass, see what it's like. So this is what's going on here. We're being appealed by something outside of us, right? So the connection, we're trying to make that connection and solidify. And I get a feeling we're going to solidify it. And after that, then we'll tell the partner. So that's his plan, I think. Then we got the Death card. So guess what? Before you get your plan in place, the universe is going to end things. So we may have a situation here where he comes through and ends things and does the right thing. We could have some of that, and we could have a situation where something gets in the way. And I'm telling you, when we have these two women together, they could be talking. They could be talking. So this one might go to this one and say, so how's your love life? And then sit her down and go, guess what? Now, depending on her motives forward, because I tell you, I've heard some horror stories, and I mean, women, they will talk, and they will talk to the other women. And like I say, depending on the direction, if she wants this man, she wants to take him home, make him his, then she's going to go in there and try and bust it up, right? So that could be one scenario. That's an option there. And I have a high sense that somehow this person is going to get back. So that's the fire burning, right? So no matter what your plan is, there's other things that are going to happen. And I feel like we're going to lose Mama over here. She's taken off. And I'm getting she's got a strategy here as well. She's not attuned to it as of yet, but she's gonna keep her cool, and she's slowly gonna you know, she may be the justice that you have to deal with here. Okay, so be aware of that. If we have a marriage, oh man, it's just talking about you know, divorce and all that. Be careful. That's where this Temperance card comes in, because that's where it's going to come back out. It always does in the courtroom. You don't deserve nothing, right? that kind of resentment. So that's what they're saying. Temper yourself. Be above board here. You can get what you want, but you have to be honest and true with it. So there's an ability here. Yeah, the strong, stable. She's just sitting there watching. And I feel like even when she gets the news, she's going to go, I knew it. Now what am I going to do? And she ain't going to make a move until she knows exactly what she's going to do and how she's going to do it. That's why I feel like the karma's going to come through her, because she's going to make moves in the highest of priority for herself. No more, no less. And she's not going to take anybody else into account either. So guess what? That is the same mentality that was dealing outside of this, right? That's the same Scorpio mentality. So guess what? Your partner, even though I feel like in the partnership we have a very great love and energy going out, she's just going to snap that back right away. And we're going to start from scratch here. This man's going to learn. We learned our lesson here. There was some kind of lesson we had to learn through this storm. Maybe it was how to be strong, sturdy, and stable. Maybe it was just the exposure to a strong, stable, mature energy. Maybe it was just to know that some of the things that we think and do are not right. Now that tie's been let go. Now they're free to go. Now he's going, but he's not letting go of this one. And that's not right. That's not in the universal plan here. We're manipulating energies here to get what we want, more, and more, right? And so he's not taking into account the balance here that has to happen. So things are going to end. And it may even be the relationship that he's got is going to end because, you know, something's going to happen here. So the last phase, this is the secrets, okay? So here we go. This is what's going on. The moon always gets followed by the sun. It's the sun, the moon. They go right in succession. So we cannot be in illusion 100% of the time. We will not be in secrecy 100% of the time. Things are going to get highlighted, exposed, brought out. And I feel like very much it's these two women. Feel like they're going to... they may not be a united front, but the women are going to band together against this man. Okay. So they're both going to cut him off is the sense I'm getting here. And I don't know the mistress here. I don't know what the deal is there. It's kind of shady, but again, part of karma. The lovers, right? Secrecy amongst lovers. And this is the shadiest kind, right? When we're talking about romance. And then it leads to the exposure of all of these secrets that come to light in the worst possible way, because the universe has been in there, given him instinct, and we're not listening to instinct. We're listening to ego. So we don't even hear instinct, you know. But in a sense, they're going, we came in there, you know. Third time's a charm. Now we got to start making things happen. So we got some karma. We got some things opening up. Now, the 7 is not interesting. They just showed me, and I'm going to look through these cards here. They just showed me, okay, we got the Queen here, right? Because this is the, oh, sorry. Well, they're both queens. Queen of Pentacles. That's the strong, sturdy, okay? That's the one that's getting all the illusion. The Queen of Wands, she's fully, I feel, pretty fully informed here. Okay, that's why I don't understand what's going on. And I don't get a sense of huge attachment to this man. Like, I love him and I want him and I don't get that. So there's something here. It's almost like this one wanted to break this up. That could very well be as well. Now, we have the Queen of Wands. We have this energy. And then we have that one. This one, we can't see her hair color. But it's almost like this is a different energy altogether. Look at this one fall off. This, because they're going, this is a third energy. This is not her nor this one. So, you know, we lose all of it, it seems like. We lose any direction that we went in. And I do get a sense here that this is not long-term stuff. We're just carnal stuff. We're dipping into sex on both sides. So this person is not a highly attached either. But they're going to create a situation. This may be the karma as well. It could come from any area. This guy's just looking over his shoulder, anxiety written, it seems like. And it's about to come down. So don't worry, buddy. Your stress will be over and you'll be going in a new direction here. No problem. Because we're not listening to our conscience or our intuition, right? So we're going to get it one way or another. And then we're going to keep going down that road. So it's almost like he loses everything and then he still goes in and he's still dipping into figuring on the physical side of things. We're just going to get what we want. And that's all we want. Sex. We don't need anything else, right? Well, we want a mama, but we're going to lose that pretty soon here. It's not going to stick around for very long. And I don't know that he's realizing too much through all of this because he didn't invest very much. You know, I think that the hardest thing he's going to lose for him is that person that did take care of him. So now he's going to have to do it on his own. That's the hardest thing he's going to have to deal with. I have to make my own meals and do my own laundry and clean my own house. I don't know, you know. So it's kind of a mummy syndrome here with the Scorpio male. We got someone that's very highly protected by their mother, and it's they realize, or they're not realizing a lot of stuff here, not growing up. So I don't feel that they're going to grow up through this situation either. They're just going to move on. So we have a little bit of a positive and a negative here is what I'm going. Like this person is way on the positive end. If you've been listening to any of my videos about energy, and this is a negative, and it's just got to go. And it's going to go. It's going to bust. Again, the summer, it's just... So this is one of those situations just not going to look good, not going to be good. But hopefully this person gains some stability here. And I'm hoping that the Scorpio clues in, but the energy that I'm feeling is just not there. We just want physical sex. That's it. We want someone to make our bed too, but I don't think after this we're going to get that. We had it. We didn't know what we had. So now we're losing it. And we're going to start from the bottom of the barrel here. And now we're getting less and less of what we actually want. And so we're going to have to deal with that on our own. We're going to have to grow up and make our own bed and do our own dishes and take care of our own selves. And that's the path that I think he's going to be on from now on. He may get the physical side of things, but that can also come with a lot of attachments, because we're dipping into a lower energy field here to get what we want, because we had a high energy field. Now there's no more option there. We're going to lose that. So sorry, Scorpios, man, this summer, heavy stuff going on either side, male or female. So those are the energies. I'm going to add everything up here. Give an overview. So what's going on here is this man is taking action. Oh yeah, he is. No, it's in a different light, isn't it? And from the beginning, I figured it was in a career direction. It could be in that way as well for some. Take what resonates. Like I'm telling a story here, and it may not be that one person's story. It may be little bits and clips of each. So we got to be aware of that. It can fragment that energy. I'm telling it in a unified story, but we have to take our instinct into account here. But I feel like the partner to this person is very instinctive, but they're just watching, taking note. So they haven't made any decisions or got emotionally involved in what they're seeing. So they're just looking at this point. So, but I think they're going to get shocked is what they're going to do. They're going to get shocked by somebody outside, and then they're going to go like, wait a minute. Because this person is put on such a show. The Scorpio male is putting on such a double here that she's almost not going to believe it. And then that can bring a host of new adventures there for her, but we'll see how it goes. So action. this man is taking action to get the sex that he wants, and it's going to have to be outside of the relationship because he's not getting it within the relationship. Okay, things are not going well. So shape shifting, that's the universe kind of saying, we have to change our ways here, and he's going, I'm changing my ways and I'm doing something about it. This is the mentality that we're dealing with. Yeah, I'm going to change my way. I need sex and I'm going to get it. And he feels he's validated in that. So he's unaware of what he's doing. Not completely. I mean, we know this is wrong, but he feels like he's defending himself. That's the energy. I'm defending myself. I'm not getting it at home. Well, you can talk to the partner and let them know that that's something. Then you can discuss, and then you can come to an agreement. I need sex more than you need sex, and maybe we need other partners to do that. But this is not an option for him. It's like, that's it. I made up my mind. I'm going to go. And so that's the shape-shifting energy. The universe wants him to shift in a certain way, and he's shifting in a different way. And that's all going to create his summer of action-packed stuff. Now, the perfection is, I want the perfect woman, and I'm going to get her. And we have no emotional expectations of our partner. We don't want emotions. We don't want hang-ups. We want sex. And he is going to find the perfect sex partner, and that's what he's looking for, and that's what he's going after. And that's why he's action-oriented, okay? So that's what's going on. That's the trip for him this summer. Good luck with that, because there's going to be some huge bumps here. Speed bumps, no less. We're going to be, all the toolboxes in the trunk are going to go flying. It's like, holy, what was that? I didn't see it coming. That kind of stuff. So your plan is not, well, it's going to happen, but not in the way, not in the way that he wants it to go. So I hate to say here, but we got some moral issues, and we got to grow up, and this guy's not wanting to do that. So he's going to be in for some stuff. So hopefully you can deal with that, or prevent a blow. Because to me, whenever you're in a relationship, just be upfront, man. If you're not sexually attracted or whatever's going on here, sex is no good. You can talk to your partner. If they can't solve that, then say, you know what, I'm out of here. But people aren't doing that. They're just going behind the back, and that's the part that I take high judgment on. And everybody's kind of been through that to a certain degree, but it doesn't mean it has to continue. And I think that's, just not an option for this guy. He's going to do it in the way he does it. And I'll tell you, the justice is there to balance. And so is the tower. The justice is there to balance things out in a grounded kind of way, but the tower's there to take them out and show them, okay, you're going to feel what your partner felt, and then he's going to have a bigger realization of what equality is all about here. Okay, so for the Scorpio male, man, it's just not good. I was in a good energy, so it's good that I did this today when I'm less kind of bogged down. So I don't know, good luck with your summer. It's going to be action packed, there's no doubt about that. So yeah, I wanted to, again, I think I did in the beginning, I'm kind of in a daze, explain about energy exchanges and whatnot. I'm going to plan to have an open night over in the fall, like a tarot live night. There's a lot of intense energies, and I'm finding in the evening we have, of course, I've got sex attached to my video, so I may be getting some raunchy energy because of that, but no less. In the fall, when I go out, I'm going to have an info video. So just take a look at that. I'll explain the process of how I deal with a lot of these energies that come through, because there's really a process energetically that happens, and things can get confused. So if you go in there, you'll get a better reading, and will jive better. So if you're looking forward to readings in the fall here, when I open that up on YouTube, check out my info video, and we'll go from there. So take care, have fun, be kind, and try and balance yourself, Scorpio male, because we got some learning to do. Take it easy.